Hi, everyone. My name is Penny Kroll. I'm a master mental health trainer. I also train EFT and matrix reimprinting, and I specialize in serious disease. And this week I did a Facebook Live about pain and suffering. And interesting, I've positioned in my living room the painting behind me. And I would just be interested for your perceptions of what that painting represents for you. So you can always put it in the forum that will be under this on the Facebook. However, while I was on the Facebook Live, my colleague, who is an expert, she is the #1 expert to go to about muscles and bones. Forget everybody else. This woman is amazing. She's another master mental health trainer, and she's been a physical therapist for a long time. And I thought we'd just have a chat about physical pain, the pain that shows up in our muscles and our bones. So Lisbeth, welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been looking forward to this chat about pain and physical pain. And yeah, so thank you for inviting me, Penny.
Yeah, it was so funny as well, wasn't it? Because you had just been to karate.
Pain.
Karate, I have never been to karate. I wouldn't know. The nearest I've got to karate is Karate Kid, which I believe is not even karate, it's kung fu. However, that's my knowledge.
Well, actually, the original Karate Kid, that's Goju-ryu karate as I practice.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the original one.
Has it got a different name?
It's called Goju-ryu karate.
Wow, I can't even pronounce it.
I have never learned the crane though.
So we were just chatting, and I want you to show everybody something on your body.
Yeah, I haven't been in the dojo for 9 months, and I figured winter is fading away now, and I'm gonna go practice. And yeah, I got a few blue marks to show, and this training has also, got me memorizing different muscles, because when you go train and haven't been training for that amount of time, then it's like there's so many muscles aching, and when I walk down the stairs in my house, I look like an old woman.
Now, and this is from when I was talking the other day, I was talking about when we are in stress phase, we go into numbness, and then when we go into regeneration, we're in the pain. So can you just explain, expand on that, why you were in pain, and what was the process of your body, Lisbeth?
So the funny thing is about our pain, when we go train, because people will maybe think that, oh yeah, of course she had pain because she was out training, practicing, exercising. And so the thing is, when we are like in the stress phase, when we are dealing with a problem that we can't quite, often in the subconscious, when we are dealing with an issue, a problem that we can't quite resolve, then we haven't got pain. And then when we do something, we figure out a solution, figure out how to solve this issue on a practical level. And that can be going out to train. Then we'll have the soreness afterwards. So I wasn't sore when I was training, because I was in a stress phase. My body was stressed, adrenalized and cortisone. And so I didn't have pain there. But afterwards, when I went home, and it was like, I really had the feeling of, finally I got out, trained again, and I feel like now I'm getting stronger. And I was back in the dojo, and my technique still worked. I still had some techniques working. So it was like, I just had a great feeling, and I pretty much, when I haven't been having clients, I've been on the couch ever since. And it's been like, you know, just feeling that now my body is getting stronger.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I've also yesterday, I just realized I'm 41 now. So I've reached the age where it's okay to say that I'm old and I'm not regenerating as fast and da da da. All these beliefs that your birth certificate dictates when you're old enough to be falling apart. And that's like, is that really true? You know, because when I was young, and for instance, if I went horseback riding, if I took the horses to the forest and just would be riding for a day, the next day I would be sore. If I went skateboarding for a whole day, and if I hadn't been doing that before, I would be sore afterwards. And back when I was young, everybody just thinks, yeah, my body can regenerate. And then we think because we get older that our body can no longer regenerate. And that is just a limiting belief. You know, I was just lying on the couch and feeling like, this is good. I can just relax now. I've done my active part. And now my body is healing itself and I can feel I'm getting stronger.
Right.
And yeah.
Yeah, because the muscles are about
self-devaluation.
Yeah, self-worth, that, and those beliefs all tie into that. So it's really interesting when I'm listening to you, because you're a whole generation younger than me, Lisbeth. I'll tap on that now. And I haven't been exercising for a long time. And I haven't even been to my yoga classes or Pilates. And yet, even when I go, you know, I've just booked in for 2 classes last week because I like to just go through that. I know that parts of these muscles I haven't even been moving. So, thinking about our muscles, what are your beliefs, guys? What do you believe about age, and when you're digging in the garden and you haven't been using these muscles, and suddenly the next day, are you thinking, well, I'd be really interested to what you guys are thinking about, what your beliefs, what is going on with your body, and you can get really specific with the body. So I'd like to invite Lisbeth to share with us her elbow.
My elbow, yeah. By the way, you talked about the garden. I'm just going on a bit of a tangent. We got a saying here in Denmark: only a fool don't fear the garden, because that's where you will get back pain and all the soreness. And I'll just leave that hanging. So is it really because you are weak and old and da da da? Is that really why you get all the soreness? I don't believe so, but
or is it because, and one of my beliefs is I'm lazy.
Yeah.
I'm really lazy. Physical exercise. However, I don't mind going out in the garden because that's not exercising for me. So it's a great saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
yeah. So
about that. So sorry. So I invite you to talk about your elbow, and then I butt in. So go on.
Yeah, because it's funny, you know. Often we say that if we get an injury, then it's like, yeah, well, somebody kicked you. So how can that be emotional? Because it's an external thing coming towards your body. And this elbow, I injured it because we were practicing knee kicks. So it was like we had to grab each other and kick while I was holding a big pillow, I think you call it. Yeah. Cushion somewhat. So I had to hold that while the other person was practicing the technique and the power and da da da. And so you could say that makes sense. It's an external thing. But I have done that so many times. You know, I can't count how many times I've been holding a pillow for somebody else. And and I have never hurt my elbow like this before. So why did this happen on Wednesday, 3 days ago? And you know, I can go through all my bruises, but this one is about I'm left wired. So this elbow is my non-dominant side. So it's about me, my inner child, my children, the yin. And what do you use your elbow for? That's like getting things out of your way, you know. Also getting things out of your way so you can breathe and be inspired again. So when you can't really get things out of the way, it's like I'm not good enough to get things out of the way. And what was really my theme was like, I've been, sometimes during winter, I go in and explore the darkness. And, you know, so I've been working and taking care of my kids and really venturing into the darkness. So it's kind of been like a yin. What's the opposite of expanding? Imploding. That's
you expand or contract?
A contract, yeah.
You so me there, Lisbeth.
So what I'm doing now is that I'm spending time on just getting out and expand again. So I'm making the opposite motion, and I'm prioritizing time for myself to get out there. And just when I'm in the dojo, I'm not doing it for anybody. You know, this is just for me. And this is one of the places I play, you know. I don't have to perform in any way. I just have to play, and I'm like really geeky with techniques, and I can play around with that and you know, really get the feel of a perfect technique into the body. And when I got back into the dojo, I got that feel again, and it was like, boom, I can do it now. I still got it. It's not, might be a bit rusty, but I still got it. It's in me. So this was about getting things out of the way, getting my work, getting everything in my life out of the way, and just prioritizing myself. And really, then it's like, oh, so what do we work with? That is the solution. So what is the opposite? What do I really need to work with if I want to fully release this? And this is about me not being worth of prioritizing. So let everything else just pressure me and fill up my space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. I love bruises. I don't know about you, Elizabeth, but sometimes I can wake up in the morning and I've got a bruise somewhere on my body, and I'm like, I haven't even realized that I've hit something, or I've kicked something, or I've knocked something. It doesn't happen so much these days, but before it used to happen a lot when I was just trying to get things out of the way, and I was just so focused on that path that I was on. And this is the beauty about metta for me, that we can really go inside and be reflective about what we need, the resources we need to bring in, our self-worth, our self, are we prioritizing ourselves? Because I think that we are so conditioned that to believe that if we do something for ourselves, definitely in the UK, we're classed as selfish. Is it like that in Denmark?
Yeah, don't be too high on yourself, and don't, we got something called the law of Jante, and that's like, don't believe you're better than anybody and everybody else before you, and da-da-da, so.
Yeah, you know, I see it in every country that I've trained in India. That's more difficult than I thought it would be to say. Australia, they've got a great saying, the the tall poppy syndrome. So when you rise your head above others, how dare you?
We'll chop your head off.
Yeah. So now is the time. And so I'm just going to leave everybody with that thought of, where in your life are you not prioritizing yourself? Lisbeth, what would you like to just add?
Yeah, prioritizing yourself, and there's a reason why we call it inspiration. So fold yourself out, let yourself be unfold yourself, and where can you how can you allow yourself to be inspired, and honor your inspiration and your unique contribution to the world.
And that is just beautiful. And ending on that note, Lisbeth's unique mission in the world is to share her knowledge. You've been a physical therapist for how long?
2005. Yeah, 12, 13 years.
Yeah.
Ish. Yeah.
And you've been working with emotions and the body for a long time. And Lisbeth came over to the UK to do a 2-day workshop, and now I am excited that she's transferred that online. So anybody in the world can join her online, and it's starting, well, we'll put it, because this will rerun on YouTube, so we'll put the dates down. But your website, darling, what's your website so people can book on? Sales pitch, guys, because it's needed. We need this knowledge just to awaken our senses.
Yeah, it's my website is lisbethlundgaard.com. Yeah, and we start the training this year. 2018 is now, and the 5th of April. Yeah.
Lovely. So that information will be underneath. And if you have any other further questions, just put it on the little box underneath, or contact Lisbeth direct. I love Lisbeth's knowledge and her awareness, and she's so intuitive. She does many other things that she doesn't even tell people about, and she really gets into your psyche. She's got many talents. So thanks, Lisbeth, for joining us today. And
thank you, Penny.
I'll see you soon.
Yeah, I will.